delve right deep into start. How did you end up at netball? Was it a school thing? Was it later in life, or was it age 5 or younger? Just I'm going to play netball.
Yeah, I was really fortunate. So I'm from the middle of nowhere up in Aberdeenshire, and my mum was a volunteer coach at my local primary. My older sister played as well, so she coached me at primary school. So I started about P5.
Right.
Loved that. Played in the wee netball festivals just within the local kind of country primary schools up there. And then my mum also coached the local club. So me, my mum, and my sister at one point all played in the same team once I was old enough to play in the adult league. So that was quite cute. But yeah, I basically followed their footsteps, and my mum was my main taxi driver. Took me to all the sports, but especially netball.
I can imagine you had the very same down here in the borders. There's not a lot of buses and communal routes, so a lot of mums have put a lot of wear and tear in roads and cars and miles
Yeah,
upon miles of petrol.
yeah, she had that, and then I did swimming when I was younger. So she not only did she have to do the taxi, and she also had to do the early wake up calls as well. So she got the short straw, having a sporty daughter that picked pretty two demanding sports.
I was going to say they're not two sports that you just sort of rock up on a Saturday for either. That's
No.
no wonder you can play netball. There was sprinting to stop. Like you were learning to play in sport without breathing. So
Yeah,
it's like play sport. It always sounds weird when somebody says you play the sport of swimming. You compete in swimming.
yeah, that's true.
So how did that? I want to talk about that. That's quite cool. I remember my old man always used to say, he's like, I'd love to play rugby. Bearing in mind he's like 40 years older than me and my brothers, but he's like, oh, I'll play rugby. I was like, Dad, if it ever gets to the position where you and I are on the same pitch, either you're incredible or I've done something horribly wrong in my rugby career. But what was it like? What was it like getting to play with your mum and your sister just standing? I mean, I know it was, like you said, it wasn't the biggest stage of them all, but it must have felt quite a special moment.
No, it was really cool. Like, my mum's a really good player at netball, and she competes for the Scottish Masters at hockey. So she's really athletic. So, you could actually look up to her. And I was really young in the adult league as well. So I was only
Right.
15, 16 at the time. We all played different positions, so that helped. It wasn't competitive in terms of me getting on court over someone else. So it balanced out the team pretty well. And, being from the country, you don't always have the same depth or the range of teams that you could play for. So, no, I actually really enjoyed it. Yeah, it was good fun. I have good memories of playing up north.
Nah, that must have been. I like how you really understood. Your mum was like, my mum was local team coach. Like, she was also masters hockey, and she was very, very good. But
Yeah, my
she was just
family's
local
quite
team coach.
sporty.
God, I'll have to get your mum's number after this, and we'll get her on as well. We'll be like, right, tell us about how you managed to coach greatness, and then decided to do it yourself as well.
Yeah.
So, does your mum, now that your mum's still got a few pointers, does she still phone you or text you after the games, being like, "Oh, you see in the 58th minute you should have done this"? Or
Yeah. I think she's my biggest critic sometimes, but well, I'm probably my own biggest critic, and she's maybe second. But no, she comes to every game. Like, she's travelled the world wherever we played. I don't think she's missed a cap that I've played internationally. So that's pretty impressive.
I was going
When
to
she's
say,
got her own
especially when you read
stuff
the
on.
list of where you've been, that's a very impressive stat.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes they have to pick which of their daughters or sons they need to go and watch play at the weekend. But no, she's followed my netball career and she knows the game well. So after the game, you always get an honest analysis of the performance of the team.
Keeps you humble. I like that.
Exactly.
You'll have people on Sky Sports raving about you, and your mum will be like 6 out of 10. Expect to see more next
Do you
week.
not remember that pass you didn't make? Yeah.
I think that's always the way that parents will always they'll just try to keep you humble a bit. They'll be like, "We saw you throw that one into Rose Ed by accident." And you'll be like, "Oh well."
Yeah. Well, they're the ones that make you great half the time. So
Exactly. Yeah. So if your mum hadn't coached you from the very start, you wouldn't be playing for Scotland, maybe. So.
No, probably not.